Aloha everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you along with my latest trip to Oahu in 2025. This was a short getaway, but it had everything I love about visiting the islands. Amazing local foods, time with my family, beach days, and of course, a quick stop to check out the Rolex scene in Waikiki. What makes this trip special is that I've been coming back to Oahu every single year. I still have family here, and being originally from the islands, it always feels like coming back home. But this time around, I decided to vlog the experience. Not just the food stops and the views, but also what it's like to walk into an AD with some knowledge about the Rolex scene. Before you begin, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. It really helps this channel to grow, and I'd love to hear if you've been to Oahu, or if any of these food spots are on your must-try list. Alright, let's dive right into the trip. We kick off the flight by flying Hawaiian Airlines, and honestly, that airline always sets the tone for me when heading back to the islands. From the moment you board, you've always got that island vibe, the crew is friendly, the colors and music instantly feels different, and it almost feels like a vacation has started before you even landed. The flight was smooth, and as always, I grabbed a window seat so I could watch the islands come into view on approach. If you ever flown in Honolulu, you know what I mean. That first glimpse of Diamond Head, the turquoise waters, and the Waikiki skyline never gets old. It always feels like coming home. After touching down, we're ready to hit the ground running. First stop, Moana's Cafe. Now, if you've never been here before, it's one of those local brunch spots that everyone raves about. And for good reason. The atmosphere is casual but warm, the kind of place where you can call it and tell locals and tourists both love to eat. We ordered a matcha latte and a classic latte to start, and both were spot on, creamy and smooth, and just the right amount of caffeine after the flight. Then came the food, and trust me, we didn't hold back. The shortbread loco moco was everything you hope for in a Hawaiian comfort dish. A juicy shortbread and perfectly cooked smothered in the rich gravy, sitting on a bed of rice with a fried egg on top. It's savory, hearty, and it screams Hawaii. And of course, we couldn't skip the banana pancakes. These pancakes were massive, fluffy, golden, and loaded with banana flavor in every bite. They came out stacked high, and when you add syrup on top, it's pretty much impossible not to love them. Definitely a meal to share, unless you're ready to go into full food coma before afternoon. After brunch, we headed over to Kona Coffee Purveyors in downtown Waikiki. If you're a coffee lover, this is a must. The coffee is smooth, bold, and full of flavor. We also grabbed some pastries, light, buttery, and surprisingly memorable for a coffee shop. Definitely worth the stop. After filling with some coffee, I decided to swing by the Rolex authorized dealer in Waikiki. Now, every time I'm on Oahu, I like to at least stop in and see what the situation is like. It's always interesting to compare the Rolex scene in Hawaii to what I experienced back in Washington, or even on a cruise like Explorer 1. Now, I walked in wearing my submariner, and for anyone in the watch community, you know that could sometimes help strike up a conversation with the SA. It shows that you're serious and that you're already part of the Rolex family, and it's not just casually browsing. But in this case, it didn't really matter. Now, that line wasn't surprising to me. I've been in the Rolex game for a while, and I've heard that before. But it still stood out because the store was completely empty. And for some context, I actually have deep ties in Hawaii. I was born in the islands, and I still have family here, so I travel back to Oahu every year. To me, that makes Hawaii feel like home. Even though I live on the mainland now, but even sharing that didn't make any difference in this interaction. At the end of the day though, it didn't really bother me. I already got a solid relationship with an SA back in Washington, and that's where I do the majority of my business. Plus, we got another Explorer 1 cruise booked for next year, and if you've seen my videos, you know already that cruise ADs can sometimes be a much better opportunity to score something special. So, while it was a little disappointing to be brushed off, I also realized that I didn't want to work with this particular SA anyways. Watch collecting is much more about relationships as it is much more about the voyages themselves. And if someone isn't interested in building that connection, it usually is a sign to look elsewhere. To cool off, we stopped by Island Vintage Shave Ice, and wow, this place lives up to the hype. The syrups taste homemade, super refreshing, and the chewy mochi topping on my island sunset made it even better. From there, we grabbed some malasadas at the legendary Leonard's Bakery, one of my all-time favorite Hawaiian treats. We took them back to our Airbnb to enjoy while admiring the phenomenal views. From the balcony, we could see Diamond Head, the Alawai Canal, and the ocean all in one shot. It was absolutely breathtaking. We also made a quick stop at Annie's Bake Shop to try their chocolate hapia pie. Honestly, it's not worth it in my opinion. If you're craving hapia pie, go to Ted's Bakery instead, or even grab a slice from Don Quixote near Ala Moana. It was way better flavor and texture. Next, it was up for some beach time at Kailua. Saw sand, turquoise waters, and the kind of beach day that instantly recharges you. For lunch, we made a stop at Adela's Country Eatery, which serves homemade pasta local style. We picked a nice park to enjoy it, and the timing couldn't have been any better. The Blue Angels were in town, practicing right over the harbor, so eating local style pasta with the jets flying overhead, it was pretty unforgettable. To wrap up our trip, we ended with a family dinner at Yanagi's, a Japanese restaurant that has been around forever. The quality hasn't changed, the sashimi, the sushi, everything was delicious as I remember from years ago. Before heading back, we couldn't resist one last local moco, because, let's be honest, one local moco in Hawaii is never enough. So, will I be hunting for Rolexes in Oahu again? Probably not. In the past, I stopped by Ala Moana and Bend Bridge, but I didn't want to risk my account being flagged back in Washington. Being that, and my Explorer 1 bookings, I got better avenues to explore. But overall, it was an amazing short trip. Time with some family, incredible food, a bit of beach relaxation, and of course, seeing how the watch scene in Oahu is doing. One thing I'll always recommend, wear watches proudly. You'll see plenty of people rocking some serious nice pieces on the island. Anyways, thank you for following along, and if you enjoyed this vlog, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment with your favorite Oahu food spots, and for my next visits.